Hello again. We are at the Geisinger Janet Weiss Children's Hospital, and joining me is Dr. Paul Bellino. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Paul is also the chairman of the Children's Miracle Network, and this has just been a day to celebrate that and all of the accomplishments. So what is the focal point? What are we celebrating?
We're really celebrating a year's worth of work for so many people that have worked so hard, both our staff here and all of the people who sponsor Children's Miracle Network, all the folks out there raising money in their stores or in their companies, kids in their schools. So this is a way for us to celebrate all of that and end with a big bang.
And we're in Danville today, but we're also celebrating the accomplishments in other regions, including some outreach clinics. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, obviously we have a presence in a whole host of areas, and particularly out in the our western region. And so Geisinger has pediatric facilities and clinics, family practice facilities and clinics throughout that area. Certainly the ones we know about, Grays Woods Clinic, which is just a gorgeous place to go. The Lewistown Clinic, clinic in Altoona. We have outreach clinics where pediatricians that have specialty abilities, pediatric cardiologists, pediatric gastroenterologists, neurologists, endocrinologists, travel from Danville every day and go to these various clinics so that people don't have to drive all the way here, and we can see 15 or 20 patients out there in a day as opposed to making 15 or 20 patients drive here. And we think it's really important to be able to be more valuable to our families if we're in their communities and be part of their community as well. So we're pairing with their primary care pediatricians and family practitioners. They know when we're here, when we're in those communities, and they'll refer to us so that families have the convenience of being seen in their own hometown.
And we're rallying the community to support all of this. But where is this money going to? What is the difference making?
Well, the difference is a big difference. We're able to fund things that Geisinger just wouldn't normally have the money to do that for. When you think about it as an institution, we have so much money that we can spend on new innovations and things that our patients need. But pediatrics is competing with an entire whole health system for all those extra things. So this allows us not to be put in a queue and wait for stuff when Geisinger has the opportunity and the funds to provide for them. We don't have to wait in line and compete with other things that are just as equally important, so that our children in our communities don't have to wait for Geisinger to be able to finally provide those things. So we can then go ahead and fund specialized equipment to be at those outreach clinics so that kids can get the same echocardiogram or the same testing services that they need in those clinics than they would get here. Or we can be able to fund a school educational program that it really means a lot to a community, but when you're competing with a neurosurgeon or an orthopedic surgery program that's just as important, and a hospital system has to make a decision, sometimes those sorts of things don't get funded. So we're able to bring those things to the community and not have to wait in the queue.
And why is there such a need in this area to have these resources available and to keep this program running?
Well, the need seems endless. Sadly, finances are difficult everywhere, and so we have many hundreds of requests every year from folks looking to fund all kinds of things. And so the need never seems to go away. We always have more and more requests that seem to come in every year, and so the need is always there. And so if the need is always there, we're going to be there trying to fulfill that.
And so the celebration today and all the things we've had going on is just, would you say it's a reminder of all the accomplishments and things that are good coming out of this?
Yeah, I mean, it is our way to sort of say thank you to everybody, but it's also a way to look back and say, hey, look at all of we've been able to accomplish with the community right beside us, to be able to do the things that we dreamed about for children, as a division in pediatrics and as a community interested in all the kids that we have.
Now, will these contributions that we're hopefully getting from the community, is there a new project that might come about, or anything new we're working on?
Well, there are several new things that we think are sort of big items that we'd like to be seeing available for children in our community. The first and most obvious is a true pediatric emergency medicine facility, specialized emergency care for kids It doesn't exist anywhere north of Route 80 in the state. And so there is not a pediatric emergency service facility really anywhere in our region. And so we think that's really important. We think that's something that we should be bringing to our families. And so that's a big item that Children's Miracle Network has decided that we're going to get behind and assist in funding. And we'll hopefully see the culmination of that in the next year or so.
So progression is never ending.
Yep, never ending.
Well, thank you very much for being with us today. And we've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot going on. So thank you for being here, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Again, for the final time, we are here at the Geisinger Janet Weiss Children's Hospital. Back to you.